Hey everyone, welcome back to ACT Math Quick Hits, where you can make one small change by watching these videos. It doesn't cost you any money, only costs you a little bit of time, and you can help improve your math ACT score. There's the rundown of the math section of the ACT. Let's get back into it. All right, today looks like we have a geometry type problem. It tells us that a regular hexagon is inscribed in a circle with diameter 18 inches as shown. What is the perimeter in inches of the hexagon? All right, so perimeter is all the way around. So in all honesty, this might be one of these questions that I would skip and then come back to at the end if I had time. I haven't taught geometry in a few years, so some of this stuff actually took me a few minutes to remember. If you don't remember all this stuff, then it's going to be really hard to answer this problem. So this might be in your best, like I said, just for me, this would have been in my best interest to skip and then work on the rest of the test and then come back to this one and see if I can remember all that geometry information. And if I can't, right, I just take a guess. Right. And so that would be like a different test taking strategy. But let's figure out how we do this. So I'm going to zoom in on this figure just so we have enough room to work and you can see what's going on. All right. So here's my figure. Right. It's a pretty nice feature on the new ACT to be able to zoom in here. So if we notice, it gives us the diameter of 18. Well, if we have a diameter of 18, well, then I know that the radius of the circle and the radius of my hexagon, right, at all these places has to be 9. Right. So all these different radii, I guess is the right term for it, would be 9 because that's just half of the diameter. So I'm going to focus in on one triangle. I'm going to focus in on this triangle up here in the upper right. And I labeled 2 of the legs to be 9 inches long because of the radius. And then so I can use that and the information about a circle, right? So if I go all the way around a circle like that, that's 360 degrees. Well, oops, that looks like a 366. There we go. 360 degrees. I have 6 triangles on the inside who all have these values of 9 as their legs, right? So all these triangles inside, because it's a regular hexagon, are going to be congruent. So what that means is that all of their angles coming out of the middle there all have to be congruent. So if I just divide it by 6, I end up with 60 degrees. So the angle in this triangle right here is 60 degrees along with all the other ones. All right, because I have these 2 side lengths that are these 2 legs that are 9, they are both the same. So it's an isosceles triangle, and if it's isosceles triangle, then both of those angles have to be congruent. Well, all 3 angles of a triangle have to add up to 180 degrees. If this one that I already marked is 60 and these 2 are congruent, well, they have to be 120 degrees combined, but they also have to be congruent. So the only value that adds up to 120 that is the same is 60. So now what I've noticed is that every angle is congruent on the inside of my triangle. We call that equiangular. So that means all the sides or all the legs of my triangle are also congruent. So every single leg of this triangle is 9, which means that this piece right here, every side I should say is 9, that this piece is 9. And again, because all these triangles are congruent, that means that this piece is 9. This piece is 9. This piece is 9. This piece is 9. And this piece is 9. Right, so all those pieces are 9. So I just add all those up, or just do 9 times 6, and we get, right, so 9 times 6 gives us 54. Right, so 54 inches would be our answer. So let's see what we got on the answer choice here. There it is, answer choice A, 54 degrees. Whew. All right, so again, I know these aren't the most exciting videos, probably not what you want to be doing. But your future self will thank you if you like and subscribe so you can keep getting this math ACT practice. Thanks for watching, everyone.